Next is chambers of the heart. Heart is consist of 4 chambers. 2 upper chambers are known as atria or atrium, and the lower chambers are known as the ventricles. Auricles or atrias are the thinner walls because their major function is to receive the blood from the body as well as pump it to the ventricles only. But the ventricles are thick muscular walls because they have to pump the blood to the long distances. From here one question is coming that why the ventricles are thicker muscular walls, because they have to pump the blood to the long distances. Next one, left ventricle pumps the blood to the whole body parts, as well as the right ventricle pump the blood to the lungs only for the oxygenation process. Next, blood vessels entering or leaving the heart. 2 type of blood vessels are there. One are entering to the heart and the second one are leaving the heart. First, blood vessels entering the heart. There are 2 type of blood vessels, anterior vena cava and posterior vena cava. Now from the diagram, see from the diagram, this is known as the vena cava. The superior lobe or even the first lobe of the vena cava is known as superior or anterior vena cava, and this lobe is known as the inferior vena cava or posterior vena cava. What is the function of the vena cava? Vena cava's function is to collect the deoxygenated blood from the other parts of the body. Superior vena cava is collecting the deoxygenated blood from the upper parts of the body, from the head, from the arms as well as from the chest part. And inferior vena cava is collecting the deoxygenated blood from the lower parts of the body, from the abdomen and the legs. One more blood vessels are entering the heart that are known as pulmonary veins. The left atrium receives total 4 pulmonary veins, to this side and to this side, right pulmonary veins and left pulmonary veins. And the work of these pulmonary veins have to carry the oxygenated blood from the lungs and send it to the left atrium of the heart. Next, blood vessels leaving the heart. First is the pulmonary artery. Now pulmonary artery arises from the right ventricle. They are starting from the right ventricle and carrying the deoxygenated blood from it and sending it to the lungs for the purification. Aorta is known as the largest artery of the body, and this aorta is carrying the oxygenated blood from the left ventricle and sending it to the whole parts of the body. That is the main function of the aorta. Next, coronary arteries. I will show you. These ones are known as the coronary arteries. These are arising from the base of the aorta. So coronary arteries, left or right, arising from the base of the aorta. This is the location of the coronary arteries. Their main function is to supply blood to the heart muscles, and with the blockage in the coronary artery, it leads to the deadening to the corresponding area of the heart muscles, leading to the myocardial infarction, that is also known as heart attack in popular language. Next thing is that coronary veins collect blood from the heart walls and pour it into the right auricle. The angina pectoris, other disorder of the heart, angina pectoris is known as a chest pain, and that is due to insufficient supply of blood to the heart muscles. Next, we are going to discuss about the valves regulate the flow of blood in a single direction. There are 4 valves in the heart. First is right atrioventricular valve, second one left atrioventricular valve, pulmonary semilunar valve, and the fourth one is aortic semilunar valve. Now, right atrioventricular valve, the valve that is present between the atria and the ventricle, in between that is known as the right atrioventricular valve, that is present on the right side. And right side is present the tricuspid valve because it is having 3 flaps, and this is having a this is also known as the tricuspid valve, and the flaps are held in the position by the tendons, cords that are known as cordial tendon. arising from the muscular projections of the ventricle wall known as the papillary muscles. Now next one is left arterioventricular wall. This is located in the similar way on the left side. Here on the left side, bicuspid or mitral valve or left arterioventricular is present. Valve is present. Next, pulmonary semilunar valve. This is present on the pulmonary. Now the opening of the right ventricle into the pulmonary artery. From here it is opening from right ventricle to the pulmonary artery. So this is the location of pulmonary semilunar valve. This is pocket shaped and 3 in number. Next one is aortic semilunar valve. Aortic semilunar valve is present at the from the left ventricle and it is pointing to the aorta. This is also 3 in number. And what is the function of these whole 4 valves? These are preventing the entry of the blood, means backflow of the blood. Whenever the blood is entering from the atrium, from the auricle to the ventricle, they are preventing the backflow of the blood again to the auricles or the arteries. Here also same work, so their main function is to prevent the backflow of the blood. Now we are going to discuss about the circulation of the blood in the heart. I will explain you this topic from the diagram. Listen it carefully. Now, here I had told you that this is known as the vena cava, and this part of the heart is the right side of the heart and this is the left side of the heart. Upper chambers of the heart means this one and these one is known as the auricles and the lower ones are known as the ventricles. This is the right side, so this is the right auricle, this is the left auricle, and this is right ventricle and this is the left ventricle, and one septum is present between them that is dividing the heart into the 2 parts. Next, here this side, the valve that is dividing the right side into 2 parts, auricle and ventricle, is known as a tricuspid valve. So this is known as tricuspid valve. Like that, this side on the left side, bicuspid valve is present or mitral valve is present. This is known as the pulmonary artery and this is known as the aorta, the largest artery of the body. Now we are going to discuss. Now listen that how the blood circulation takes place. Firstly, the superior and inferior vena cava is collecting the deoxygenated blood from the whole parts of the body. After collection of the blood, they are sending that deoxygenated blood to the right auricle. The right auricle, the function of the right auricle is to collect the blood, deoxygenated blood that is sending by vena cava. Afterward, the contraction takes place, and with the contraction, this flap opens. Both side flaps are opening, and this blood, deoxygenated blood, is moving from the right auricle to the right ventricle, and from here with the opening of this one, it is entering to the right ventricle, and from the right ventricle again when the contraction takes place, this blood is going with the help of pulmonary artery to the lungs. From here it is going to the left lung, and from this side it is going to the right lung, pulmonary artery, and it is going for the oxygenation, for the purification. After purification from the lungs, the blood is entering the heart with the help of pulmonary veins. Pulmonary veins are carrying that oxygenated blood from the lungs and sending it back to the left side of the heart, to the left auricle. Left auricle is receiving the oxygenated blood from the lungs, and afterward it is sending that blood to the left ventricle, and from the left ventricle with the help of aorta it is going to the whole parts of the body. By this way, the circulation of the blood in the heart takes place. Heartbeat. Steps of a heartbeat, and it is also known as the cardiac cycle. Arteria contract first, followed by the contraction of the ventricle, and this is known as the contraction phase. And systole also is followed by relaxing expansion phase, that is known as a diastole. So this is the heartbeat. One contraction and one relaxation form the heartbeat. At the end of a ventricular systole, the ventricles start relaxing, means a ventricular diastole starts there. Meanwhile, the arteria auricles has also been relaxing arterial diastole for the shorter period, and both arteria and ventricles are in the relaxed state. The whole sequence of the event of the heartbeat is known as a cardiac cycle. This is fully one contraction and one relaxation of a heart is known as the cardiac cycle, as well as the heartbeat too. Heart sound. During this heartbeat, heart is creating two sounds, lub and dub sound. Now, the first sound, lub, is produced when the arterioventricular, means tricuspid and bicuspid valves get closed shortly at the start of ventricular systole, and the second sound, dub sound, is produced when at the beginning of ventricular diastole. The semilunar valves at the root of the aorta and pulmonary artery get closed. When the valves get closed, the second sound is producing at that time, and first sound is producing at the closing of the tricuspid and bicuspid valve. Yes, that's true that the size also affect the heartbeat. Smaller the size of the creature, the organism, faster is the heartbeat rate. Here are few examples I have given that whale, the size of a whale is more, so that's why the heartbeat is only 15. Next one, sparrow. If we compare the sparrow and a whale size, and the size is there is a large distance in between the size, so the heartbeat of the sparrow is 800 to 900. So this is the difference. By the size of a creature, the heartbeat also changes. Pacemaker. Now next one, the impulse or command which starts the heart beat arises in the pacemaker. Now this is known as sinoatrial node as well as SAN2. This is the location of the pacemaker, located in the walls of the right auricle, and one more location is given that it is present near the opening of superior vena cava, while the AVN means arterioventricular node, is found near the intra-auricular septum near the tricuspid valve. So this is the location of pacemaker. SAN, that is responsible for starting the heartbeat of a heart. Next one, the bundle of muscle fibers are known as bundle of His, and that is begins from AVN and extends the interventricular septum. Bundle of His consists of branches of fibers running along the wall of ventricle. From this diagram you can see that the bundle of His are running along the wall of ventricular, and these are known as the Purkinje fibers. So these are starting from the His fibers, the bundle of His branches. It creates an impulse and conduct it to the every part of the heart. So that's why the whole part of the heart is experiencing that heartbeat from the due to the Purkinje fibers. Sometimes the pacemaker becomes faulty, causing heart trouble. An artificial pacemaker may be fixed in the heart of such a person. You have heard about this surgery too, and it is very common nowadays. The blood vessels. Now in our body, 3 type of blood vessels are present, and with the help of these blood vessels, the circulation takes place in our whole body. First is artery, second one veins, and the third one is capillaries. Now arteries are the blood vessels that are carrying the blood away from the heart toward any organ. They are carrying oxygenated blood mainly. The characteristics of an artery is thick muscular walls, a narrow lumen, blood in its flows in spots. Next one, veins. The vein is a vessel that carry blood away from the organ toward the heart. They are carrying deoxygenated blood and carrying it from the other parts of the body and sending it to the heart for the purification. Thin muscular, these are the characteristics of the veins. Thin muscular walls, wider lumen, blood in it flows uniformly, and a thin pocket shaped valves are present in the veins. The smallest or even the final branch of the artery is called the arteriole. Arteriole is the final branch of the artery, and with a combination of smaller arteries, final arteriole is making. Arteriole are highly muscular and can change their diameter manifold. The arteriole breaks up into the capillaries. A capillary is a narrow tube with a diameter about 8 micrometers. Characteristics of a capillary. Its wall consists of a single layer of a squamous epithelial cells. It has no muscles, and the total number of blood capillaries present in the whole body is almost inconceivable. Next, here is one diagram is given to you, artery and the veins. This is known as the arteriole, and these are known as the arterial capillaries. Arterial capillaries because arteriole is dividing into fine tubes that are known as the capillaries, arterial capillaries, and afterward these arterial capillaries are making the venous part, venous capillaries, and these venous capillaries are forming the one final vein that is known as venule. Functions of the capillaries: to allow the outward diffusion of oxygen, to allow the inward diffusion of carbon dioxide, to allow the inward and outward diffusion of the substances, different substances like glucose, amino acid, urea, hormones, and other things, gases also, carbon dioxide and oxygen, to allow the leukocytes or WBCs to squeeze out through the capillary walls by means of amoeboid movement. So in the capillaries there is have the power to dilate. Dilation takes place in the capillaries, that is known as vasodilation, and contraction is also takes place in the capillaries, that is known as vasoconstriction, which respectively increases and decreases the blood supply to the whole parts of the body.